Good morning, Jacob Subcool FM Air Conditioning. An important message to you. Okay, if you are an air conditioning owner, company owner, engineer, M&E consultant, somebody that's probably going to be asked this question that is so occurring at the moment, and it's obviously in regards to the coronavirus and air conditioning. Okay, got sent a few links this morning and yesterday in regard to a Daily Mail post. A British expert warns to switch off your air conditioning unit as it will spread the virus. I've done a video before this, yeah, of course. So the reality is if you have a split type air conditioning unit in the wall, unit in the ceiling, and it's circulating the air in the room, yeah, it will spread a virus. It will spread anything. You know, if somebody farts, it's going to spread the fart. If somebody sneezes and coughs into the machine, it's going to spread that around the room. That's always been the case. Obviously, this virus, you know, there's a lot of bad data, a lot of misconception as to what's going on with it and if it's over-exaggerated, etc., etc. But we're dealt with this card, and the card is we need to react on this. I think manufacturers have got a huge part to play in this at the moment before it's taken out of their hands, and that's the need of filtration. I thought this year was always going to be about filtration. Last few years has been all about control. I think this year, you know, if you're talking a wall mounts, cassettes, I think you guys have got to bring out a filter like immediately. And I mean immediately, whether it's some kind of HEPA type filter, which is a retrofit, because if there are people out there with bad press talking about switching off your air conditioning unit, I said this years ago, I was like, oh, as long as the sun comes out, we'll always have work. I'm telling you now, if there was a virus or something out there which said aircon will kill you, we'll all lose our jobs overnight. Well, I'm saying this now. If manufacturers do not bring out some form of retrofit filter to keep these bad journalists, you know, keep them in check, something bad is going to happen to the industry. Okay. I'm actually looking at the Health and Safety Executive's website, which actually says the risk of air conditioning spreading coronavirus in a workplace is extremely low. You can continue using most types as normal, but if you use a centralised ventilation system that circulates air to different rooms, it is recommended that you turn off the recirculation and use a fresh air supply. You do not need to adjust air conditioning system that mix extracted air with fresh air, MVHR. The Daily Mail, Mr. British expert, don't know who he is, but there is a suggestion that you should open a window. Okay, and yeah, I think if you have got a wall-mounted AC unit in a small office, you should open the window, you know, to reduce the risk of a virus. Maybe that's something that we should do anyway. Personally, I put my aircon in my car and I leave the window open. I like the fresh air, you know, I don't like it getting too dry in there. That aside, there's obviously a great... we don't really know what the hell's going on, you know. The dental industry, we've got a few clients that have got in touch with us. They're working to 100 litres per second. So we've had a few questions saying, hey, Jacob, hey, Mr. Subcool, hey, Subcool, how much litres per second does our wall mount use? So we've sent them the stats, and it turns out a Mitsubishi M-Series AC unit, where is she? Mitsubishi M-Series unit on a fan speed super low or low will kick out 82 to 98 litres per second. So they can use it on a fan speed, you know, super low or low. But it's better than nothing. But the way the bad journalists are sending it out is if, you know, it's aircon to stay cool, switch it on, aircon to switch off, or you're going to die. You know, it's not going to kill people, but it will spread the virus. Again, I think manufacturers have got a huge part to play with this. There's probably an element of you can make some money out of it. You know, if I had the contacts, maybe I need the contacts in the filtration industry to bring out some hybrid products. There's a great market there. I think in the terms of new build with consultants, how it might change in the need of, you know, open plan office space. If I was a consultant, I was designing an open plan office, a newly constructed office where commercial real estate, you know, is going to be affected with what's happened, people working from home, etc., etc. I think you've really got to look at the need for going to smaller indoor units on a VRF, VRV type system, and possibly introducing, you know, your fresh air ventilation, which is climate controlled, feeding onto your ducted units. But I really think you should consider your return air actually being filtered from the room, because it'll allow you to actually segregate office space, because the way it seems to be going is we're being split up. We're being split up as people. I read a book, George Orwell, 1984. Man, it's like it's coming true. The film is actually on YouTube. It kind of, shows people working in separate booths, etc., etc. So if you are designing an AC system in an open plan office, I think it's worth considering just to sort of future-proof your design. Because if you are having my preference to have a larger fan coil running on a lower fan speed, covering larger areas, I think it's not going to work. I think you're not future-proofing because you're going to have to separate the design due to this COVID-19. So there is a huge demand in UV filtration, HEPA filters for air handling units. However, I still think that if we are being split up as a society, that to future-proof your design, you're probably going to want to, have separate office space, which is filtered. So if people are in booths working, or I don't know, Zoom video calling in booths, they are individually filtered. Just going to end the video because I was cut out on the last one by a phone call. Just want to end it with this. Manufacturers, I think you've got a huge part to play. If you want to make some money out of it in the same time, get retrofit filters out there. Mitsubishi LN, Toshiba, I think Dashikai. You've got your Nano X and your Panasonic. You've got the Daikin Preferia or something. You've got LG. I think a lot of it's LG technology anyway. The quad plasma. There's not enough. It really isn't enough. I cannot stand there and tell a client this works. I know you've got probably some kind of documentation for it to say it does this and it does that, and it probably does do this in terms of air purifying. But the coronavirus is like telling somebody the plague is out to kill them. So I think you need to bring out a filter immediately. If you're a filter company, do it. There is a huge market at the moment. We've installed thousands of air conditioning units in people's houses and offices. We can sell them this product, and if anything, it is going to keep people's minds at rest. Mr. Musk said this recently, Mr. Elon Musk, and I think he's got a point. This coronavirus thing and the way we are behaving as people, I think it's making us cleaner. We now wash, I think my hands have never been so clean. We're washing our hands and we're being cleaner. So I think the need for air filtration was always going to come. So yeah, you've got the opportunity to do it. I think you should act on it immediately. Get them filters out. Have a great day and thank you so much for your time. Bye.